I might have to give you five.
This is Anthony Iannarino, 5 times best-selling author and creator of thesalesblog.com. Anthony is one of the most knowledgeable people in the world of sales and one of the most prolific writers. He sat down to tell us his top 4 sales books, or in his case, top 5. So let's jump in to book number 1.
Book number one, The Trusted Advisor Field Book. That is my number one book. Charlie Green, a wonderful person, a great friend. But this book, when I read it, I thought every single salesperson should immediately go out and buy and read this book because it will make selling so much easier for you. So that's my number one book. What's very different in Charlie's book from the Trusted Advisor book is that there's a lot of language choices in there. And the language choices are very, very powerful and they're very, very successful when you use them. And that's why I think this book should be on every salesperson's library. Book number two, of all the people who have influenced what I do and how I think about sales, that person is Neil Rackham. It has been and it always will be for me, but not because of spin selling. That's a decent book. It's very helpful, but it's not his best book. His best book is Major Account Sales Strategies. And if you are an enterprise salesperson and you're going after big clients where you're going to be really working with the whole company when things are like that, then there isn't a better book than Major Account Sales Strategies. I think that is an outstanding book. It's a tie really with Charlie's, but I think Charlie's has probably got to go first because that'll help you with the second part of this. So that is the second book for me. Okay, number 3 is Let's Get Real or Let's Not Play by Kolosov, who was with Franklin Covey. I just think that this is how people should sell. I think you should be candid. I think you should address anything that needs to be addressed. And I don't think that you should shy away from that. And I am known for writing things about our responsibility to lead the client. And I think that when you're as candid as that book suggests that you should be, I think it's a lot easier for you to lead the client and make sure that they're getting the counsel, the advice, and the recommendations that they need. And if there's something that's going to be an obstacle, you just address it. And I think that's a beautiful book. If you sell something every single day and you're always helping people through the buyer's journey, having those conversations, when you start to realize, like I've had 100 of these conversations and the client has had one of these 5 years ago and they have no idea what's changed or what they should be asking. And I think that that is the obligation of a salesperson. If you want to be consultative, you are responsible for helping them understand that they do things occasionally. We do it every day. So you just have many more experiences than the client can possibly have. So I think that they should absolutely be leading. Number 4, Mac Hannon's Consultative Selling. And for one particular reason, more than any other, the PIP, the Profit Improvement Plan, and just understanding that what you're doing is helping somebody make a business decision so that they can get either greater revenue or greater profitability or whatever it is that they're seeking there. And I don't think that people understood what Hannon did. And listen, me and Dave Brock talked to Mac maybe a week before he died, and I talked to him 2 nights before he died. I might have been the last person to talk to him at that particular time. I thought a lot of his work was genius. I think it should be looked at again, and people should take another look at that book. I would say Franklin Covey's book on highly effective people. I think that is a sales book. Now, it doesn't show up as a sales book, but when you start looking at things like being proactive and looking at how we're going to go from the end backwards from there, like first, like do that sort of thing. I think that's a brilliant book for salespeople. And I think it's one of the books that made me successful in sales is that I lived in that book. And I thought it was really about our interdependence and how we work together. And I just think it's a very good book for salespeople if they want to be successful.